did you always think that you would follow in your dad's footsteps and like become a director? Was that always something you wanted to do even back when you went to school in NYU? Like, was your brain always there?
Yeah. I definitely wanted to, I was story obsessed.
Okay.
Like I was very, very story obsessed, and I loved the world that my dad was in. And so I was very excited to kind of learn more about that world. So it was kind of like, I loved the crew, and I loved the experience of going to the movies and reading and just being totally immersed in my imagination. And so those two things didn't become one to me until kind of late high school.
Okay.
And I wrote a bunch of stuff, and I directed a bunch of stuff in high school. And then when I was thinking about college and all of that, and obviously had the enormous privilege of being able to go to college and went to a liberal arts school where I didn't have to pick. I was like, okay, so I'm studying acting, and I'm also going to get a minor in creative writing, and I can take classes at Gallatin where you can, study anything you want. And actually, one of the things that I found, and one of the reasons why I later became a teacher and went back to my alma mater and taught, was because I actually wanted to, in the drama program, I wanted to have more access to filmmaking. And so I think that,
as opposed to just the creative
drama.
side, just the drama side,
just acting, you know, it's a little bit, because you, in order to train for something, you need to specialize.
Yeah.
But if you have, if you're a multi-passionate person and you want to study things simultaneously, like that should be a possibility.
Absolutely.
And so it was a little kind of separated, and it was like, okay, the film department is here and the acting department is here, and you don't talk to each other. And it's
weird. So interesting, because they actually, one makes the other better.
Totally.
Like I do believe that if I know you can't do everybody's job at work, but as long as you know how that job works and how that person is meant to do their job and what it's supposed to look like, and you have respect for that, then you have respect for the entire crew. And it only makes you better at your job because you can take into account what everyone else is needing from you as an actor.
And you can feel instantly when you're working with an actor who has no idea what the crew is doing.
Right.
And they think they're the person who's working the hardest on set.
Oh, that's fun.
And it just sucks. It's really, that's always very depressing. The good news is that there's actually not many of them. And folks who kind of intentionally silo themselves and just don't care to know about anyone else's process or needs or, accommodations that are required. I think that there's not many people like that, because I don't think you really survive
not anymore.
If you're like that. Yeah.
I don't think so. Not in today's day and age. I think it's hard though, because in my mind,